Well, the weather has well and truly beaten me. The B-roll you saw just now was me stupidly trying to go up Holme Fell in the Lake District. I've got to the top. I could see there was some drizzle coming in, so I did the things that I wanted to do, which was to shoot a panorama. So, excuse the bedraggled look, but I've been dodging showers of drizzle, and I'm afraid I've got very wet. I'm very wet and very bedraggled. So I'm up on the top of Holme Fell. The cairn is just over there. Very proud to have made it to the top. What did I find when I got to the top? Very sore legs. But I mean, the view from up here is absolutely stupendous and totally astounding. In fact, I'm watching the clouds behind me, and there's a mountain peak just appearing out of the gloom. Very Thomas Heaton-esque. So when I got up here, my first thought was to have a crack at panoramas. Now, I'm no panorama expert by any stroke of the imagination. No way, far from it. But it's something I've been quietly working away at. So much so, I actually have a panoramic head on my tripod. A rather nice natty little number from K&F Concepts. So let me just turn the camera around and show it to you. Okay, so here's my tripod head. I've got the standard Arca Swiss release catch here to enable the camera to be attached. I can then release the ball head like you would normally. Let's just tilt that over. The unique feature of this head, though, and it's not unique to this head, there are plenty of heads that do this, is that I can release this and then rotate the plate, if you like, independently with the ball locked. So if I, and you'll notice, there's a spirit level just here on the top of the head. So if I, and I'm going to have to try and do this whilst I'm videoing, which will be an interesting challenge. Let's just loosen it off a bit more. Come on, there we go. So if I move the head until that bubble is bang in the middle, like so. Bit more, bit more. About like, whoops, about like that. And then lock the head off. No matter which way I rotate that now, that bubble will stay bang in the middle. So now I can do a panorama wherever I like, and I will get my frames, completely in line with each other. I won't have a slanting panorama or a panorama that just doesn't stitch up properly. And I'm actually looking at the scene in front of me over here. I've got some cloud formations moving across the hillside. That's quite cool. It's not good enough, I don't think, for a panorama. I have a lake down there. I'll be honest with you and say I don't know what lake that is, which is quite embarrassing. I'll stick it up on the screen once I work it out. You've then got the Langdales over there, just peeking through the mist. And you see that's quite atmospheric. And in fact, you've got more cloud over there. So where would the start of my scene be? I think it would probably be there, possibly, and then take it all the way out to there. There's actually just a spot of cloud on its own just here. So I'm going, now I've got the tripod leveled, I'm going to take a crack at that and see whether I can create a panorama. Okay, so the camera is all ready to go. In shooting panoramas, you always try and shoot more than you actually need, so that you've got a little bit of latitude. So I have my first frame all set up. I'm completely manual, so manual focus, manual exposure. Stupidly, I've noticed the frame size is 1:1, which won't do, and I'm just going to check the exposure. 15th. So let's just change that. Right, cool. And that's because that's the brightest part of the scene. So I've got an awful lot in the frame there, but I'm not really all that bothered, because the bit that I really want, which is the mountains and the cloud and all the rest of it, that's absolutely bob on. That's exactly what I want. So the method is I'm using a 2-second timer. So take my first frame, click, and then move the camera fractionally, let it settle, 2-second timer, and you just keep going. And the trick is to go beyond where you want, in the same way that you started with more than you actually want. You do the same at the other end. In fact, I've lost my little wisp of cloud, which is a little bit of a shame, but no bother. There we go, cool. Now looking at the scene, I've now got some cloud bubbling up over there, look. And I've got some nice layers up in the sky. So I'm going to have a go at another one. We always got cloud, look here, just whipping off the edge of the mountain. I should imagine it's quite blowy up there. So I'm going to recompose, and I'm going to have another go and just have a go with those mountains over there with the cloud wisping over the top. So I hope you enjoyed my little panoramic adventure from the top of Holme Fell. I have to admit, I'm really chuffed that I got up to the top, because I was certainly puffing and panting part way up, and certainly when the drizzle started, I really thought, you know what, this is it, I've got to go back, got to go home, go and get warm, go and get dry. But I'm so glad that the drizzle stopped and that I persisted. And I'm looking around now and I'm just seeing images everywhere, but it's going to get dark in about 20 minutes and I've still got to scrabble my way all the way down to the bottom. So thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate everybody that leaves me comments and suggestions and tips. Very, very grateful. Do consider clicking on the it's easy for me to say, subscribe button and the little bell symbol, so that when new material gets added you'll get notified and you'll be able to see what it is that I've been up to. Thank you once again for watching. I hope you found it useful, and I shall see you again on the next one. Take care. Bye for now.